Hey again, people. Just an update on the shooter and where we stand with new information. So in the first video when I went live, when they had this guy in custody with his pants down, he said he was the shooter. He acknowledged that he was the shooter, and he said, just shoot me. So people are now saying that he was a decoy for the shooter. I don't know if that's true or not. He probably just didn't like him. Everybody was saying, why did they think it was him? Well, he admitted to it, and he was saying, just shoot me. So I covered this in the last video, that supposedly internal leak from the ATF where they identify the gun as a 30-06. It sounds like this was a legit thing because everything they're saying, they found transgender sayings on some of the bullets. So this looks legit that the shooter is probably transgender. FBI said they know who the guy is and he's identified. Well, that's kind of misleading because now they're offering a $100,000 reward to catch him. And they haven't released his name because they don't know his name, but they have released his picture, which I'll get to here. So this is the shooter's rifle, 30-06. Synthetic stock, pretty standard hunting rifle. People talking about this is a professional hit job. I don't know about that. The rifle doesn't look new or clean or immaculate, and the scope is mounted what I would say junky. This scope ring here is really close to this neck and your knobs. The scope ring here is almost off, so I'm not sure why whoever set the scope up would do this. It looks like they wanted this closer to the cheek weld back here instead of more further up and centered. So this mounting bracket should be centered here, and this is usually centered over here with a little bit of leeway for eye relief back and forth depending on where your cheek weld is on there. So I would call this a junky scope mount. If I paid somebody to do this, I'd be like, you're an idiot. And if I saw somebody with this gun like this, I'd be like, dude, you don't know what you're doing. Now, people are going to say that, well, then how do you hit a guy? Look, hitting a guy at 200 yards, as I said before, is a pretty easy shot. I mean, in the military, we'd shoot at man-sized targets at 400 meters with open sights, no scope. So when you drop down to half that with a scope, very, very easy shot. So they're saying this is a better high-resolution picture of the shooter, but this has been AI generated. So AI has cleaned this up. Not saying it's not accurate. This is a higher resolution picture because AI filled in the blanks and said this is what AI thinks it would be. These are the actual photos released by the FBI, which I think are kind of blurry at best. I can blow them up. So here's the first picture, and here is the second picture. When I looked at this, I was noticing his hands. Why is his hands clenched? And it almost looks like it's kind of shaded in. Again, I'm always looking for something when government releases something because I don't trust them. So now the FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to the identification and arrest. This, to me, isn't a good sign. They say they know who the shooter is. We got a picture. They're offering $100,000 to find him with all the resources. If they got DNA, if they got fingerprint matches, this guy's supposedly a college kid. They've tracked him from the college campus or on the college campus. He's got to have a phone. He's got to have family, friends. Now, 4chan says they've ID'd the guy. So here's the official release where they're saying they actually tracked the shooter.
Through all that work last night, we were able to make a few breakthroughs. We were able to track the movements of the shooter.
Track the movements, not the shooter. So the movements meaning they probably got a cell phone, and they've tracked his cell phone.
7:52 a.m., this subject arrived on campus, shortly away from campus. We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location. After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled.
So this will be good that they have all this tracking ability because where they found the gun is probably going to be backed up by the tracking where he fled in his path, which makes it better to tie the gun to him. So they're not saying how they're tracking him, but obviously it's his phone.
Our investigators have worked through those neighborhoods, contacting anybody they can with doorbell cameras, witnesses, and have thoroughly worked through those communities trying to identify any leads. We do have good video footage of this individual. We are not going to...
I don't understand this. You're offering $100,000 for help, and you don't give probably one of the best piece of evidence, clear video footage of the guy. You don't release that. Doesn't make sense to me.
We're working through some technologies and some ways to identify this individual. If we are unsuccessful, we will reach out to you as the media, and we will push that publicly to help us identify them. But we are confident in our abilities right now, and we would like to move forward.
If they were so confident in their abilities, they would not be offering $100,000 for information, in my opinion. Okay, again, the FBI hasn't confirmed this. However, again, this local media, everybody out here passing on information, granted, some of it's fake, some of it's false, some of it's inappropriate, but it's still better. More information makes better decisions. I'm waiting for the FBI to verify that this is the guy, or for them to check this guy and rule him out as not the guy. And that hasn't come out yet. But they're saying they identify the guy as this guy. He had a track that was uploaded a month ago titled Charlie Coke Dead at 31. That's a pretty good clue. Even if the guy didn't look like him, he should probably be contacted. But anyway, so here's a side-by-side. Is it the same guy? Hard to tell. Yeah, the picture of him is not really clear. I was trying to look at the bridge of the nose, maybe. This guy has acne in that picture. I can't tell from the clarity of this if he has acne or not. He's wearing glasses here. Are these prescription glasses? We don't know. The hands, not a real good picture of the hands, so I really can't get a view. This must be the soundtrack. If you want to listen to his soundtrack. Guy's name. This looks like some footage of him moving. Again, I don't know if this is AI generated or not. This looks like where he shot from. He was on the roof. It was a straight shot. This probably confirms the ricochet theory, that it didn't come from the side. It looks like they have different pieces of evidence here. I'm not sure what. I'm assuming they swabbed this area for DNA. These almost look like those little Halloween candies, but I cannot make that out for the life of me. Let's open this image in a new. See if I can blow this up. Yeah, I have no idea what those are. So from his shooting position here, it was a 200-yard shot. A little elevated, not a lot.
Getting right up. Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over. Where's my finger?
Over there. Ran. Yeah.
This is a pretty good little video here. The Wall Street Journal reported that the ammunition, because they found some rounds in the magazine, was engraved with transgender anti-fascist ideology. Now, normally I would think the government would hide this, and the media is going to definitely try to hide it, because without transgender shooting, we probably wouldn't have had a shooting in a long time. This guy is probably going to be in the queer community, transgender, LG, whatever the hell they call it. Somebody did this saying he has black nail polish. I can't tell if he has black nail polish or not. Acne here. Looks like he's got acne here. I can't tell the lips or this. I don't know how they're saying that. This neck freckle, I can't tell on the actual shooting if that's there. If all these things are accurate, I mean, that's pretty good work here to identify that this guy's probably it. Again, I'm waiting for the FBI to come out and confirm or deny this. Again, we don't know where this is coming from. Federal authorities believe they have identified the name of the person of interest who killed him, per CBS. No suspect in the cutting. No warrant has been issued. Okay, so we don't need a warrant to arrest this guy. Probable cause is that set of facts or circumstances that would lead a reasonable person to believe that this person committed, was engaged, or was about to engage in criminal activity or a crime. With the information we got, they don't need an arrest warrant to arrest him. It makes it better because then they can go anywhere they want because they have a felony warrant, and they can kick doors and go in. Nobody can deny them. However, probable cause, if they see him and catch him, they can still arrest him. This appears to be footage of him moving into position that somebody captured. Again, still no confirmation on whether this is the guy. It looks like this guy's Skype is a wannabe whatever. I don't know if the other photo showed this. All these little indentations will be good for the, if they found the gun. The gun did not show that it had a bipod. So this means his hands, elbows, forearms were all on the ground. So I would hope that they have swept up and collected all this gravel and preserved it for DNA testing. Someone else is saying that the shirt came from a Disabled Veterans National Foundation, and that would back up that he had military experience. I don't think you need military experience to make a 200-yard shot with a scope. I could probably take the most novice shooter and have him hitting a man-sized target with a scope within 3 or 4 rounds. So it's not this shot was not rocket science or some great feat. This is a nice little comparison of the ammo. 30-06 is a pretty large round. This is a 30-06. This is a 5.56 223 out of an M16, and this is a 22 long rifle. So this 30-06, I mean, that's the M1 Garand they used in World War II and probably World War I. It was a devastating round if you got hit with it. Okay, so has 9/11/25 at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. They still have not identified this guy's name, and he is not in custody. I'll give you more updates when I get more info.